welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Prime Time showdown between the visiting team and the Dallas Cowboys. On the away sideline, we're going to look at the ThunderBirds head coach. These guys dropped their opener on the road last week, hoping for better fortunes here in Week 2. Across the field, that's head coach of the Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer. These guys are also on the losing end of their opener, so we're going to see who's able to avoid that 0-2 start here. Brandon Aubrey has the ball teed up. Kate Scott and Brock Heward up in the booth for this one. And we're off in Arlington. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Well, comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34.
Second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36.
First down, ThunderBirds.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Dropped for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Takes the second down snap. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Oklahoma City first down.
The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing off the play fake. Lays out, what a catch! It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. The play fake, he'll throw. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he gets this down at the 13-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
Oklahoma City first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
The give, here's Judkins. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
And an Oklahoma City first down. Sets up first down and goal to go.
Goal to go, they're passing. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Oh, with how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock, not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions.
And he gets in, touchdown! The ThunderBirds finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the ThunderBirds will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return starts from the 16. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You get more comfortable in the role. As he goes forward, he tries to learn to take something away from each and every one of these.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Here's a throw. Salvage something. And they don't get much after recovering the fumble, so a near turnover ends in a loss of yards. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
First time this game, they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you can start to murmur, and you might even hear a few birds.
He's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Handoff now to Judkins. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Handoff headed left. It's Judkins. Look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Pickup of 2 here, and they're going to have a first down.
That's another Oklahoma City first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Still a one-possession game in the early stages. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Another game to Judkins. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
A gain of 12 yards.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
5-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be third and goal. Back now, pressure coming. And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Thunderbirds get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
One right down the middle. And the Thunderbirds double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This is taken in at the 13. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Dallas sending its offense out for the second time this game. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Carried by Spears to start the drive. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They're cobbling together a yard there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Throwing it on second down. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Ran it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Let's go.
Here's Shudkins to begin the drive. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Offense in a hurry up now.
That's good. For Oklahoma City, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Opening the air here. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got a man left. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Throwing for it on 4th. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Thunderbirds. Looking at 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Catch is made in close. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Judkins can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Against the blitz. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage. And after one play of this drive, we might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 38-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
At the 43-yard line.
He's going to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working now from the gun. Brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage.
On the ready.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 4th down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Here we go, Shaq. 18 cards.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Wrap up the streets. 18, pioneer. Defense, one side.
One final shot before the half. Trying to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. And the Cowboys do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our swing around the NFL starts now. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And it's Marvin Mims Jr., one of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Broncos are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's C.J. Stroud, a 17-yard touchdown pass. The Texans get their first win of the year, and they had to earn it, too. They get the road victory. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And it's the Rams quarterback. He's going to find some open space, and he is gone. 32 yards on the touchdown run. The Rams even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Teed up, and we're off in quarter number 3. Returning it from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Cowboy offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Spears running behind center. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. They'll run here following the penalty. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He's going to tuck it and run. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, that in the day, we had a slip and slide of practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. Coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting 3rd down for him here. To the air on 3rd and long. It's his running back. He's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Aubrey puts it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. This offense making its way back out now. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Judkins running between the tackles. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal because of it. I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
50-yard line.
Second and 10, here's a pass. Makes the catch. He's still going at the 30. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
27-yard line.
The play fake, he'll throw. Forced out to his right. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Handoff off on second and short. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The ThunderBirds make it a 3-possession game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the ThunderBirds push their lead to 18. Now hold on a moment, folks. We've got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return starts from the 16. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Cowboys about set to take over. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
First down.
18 cars.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60.
Back to throw now. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield.
A gain of 10.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 72. Go.
Sampson from the pistol. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's not quite over yet, but it take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 19.
Back play straight ahead. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Go play action on 1st down. Buying some time left. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he has this to the opposing 35.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
70 Lions.
Here's Judkins on first down. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The ThunderBirds keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the ThunderBirds continue piling onto this lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 14. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. That's exactly what this offense has got to do. Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Jump off top on his back. And he's tackled for no gain.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Ferguson, he brings it in. It's a pick up of 14 yards as the chains reset. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. The give to Spears, running right. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Let's see what they went with. Third down.
Here we go.
Here he goes. Third and long. Finds the in route complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Throwing to the back of the end zone. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it. Thanks to the turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
60 by 6.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it in close. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Judkins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The ball carrier, Travis Jones on the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Thunderbirds nearing their first win of the season. Third and a lone yard coming up. One for Judkins. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to the 32-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
They're going to pass it here. Headed out right. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 16. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's another Oklahoma City first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing it again here. Quick slant complete. And in for the touchdown. The Thunderbirds keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now the PAT try coming up. He connects on the extra point try. And the Thunderbirds grow their lead yet again. Can do. Fielded at the 14. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Second and 10, and they'll stick to the air. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for Pat Bryant on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And we didn't need to reach the closing stages of the game for this one to be over. They had things decided, and fans heading for those exits well before the clock reached zeros here in the 4th. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Thunderbirds as we say so long from Dallas.